Hello guys, Real Trader here, and I'm back with my first video on this channel. So let's see what we can find on the charts of Bitcoin and Vechain here. I found some nice setups and some nice ideas I wanted to share with you. And let's start off with Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. So as we can see, we had a nasty bearish divergence on the weekly time frame on Market Cipher, where we made a higher high but a lower high on momentum. This bearish divergence actually kind of played out right now because we are building another momentum wave on the downside. And we can see that the yellow VWAP is actually kind of creating a bullish divergence as we made a lower low on price, but a higher low on the VWAP, which is quite nice. When we go to the daily, which is actually more interesting right now, we can see that we created a bullish divergence on the daily chart as we made a lower low on price, but a higher low on momentum on Market Cipher. The money flow is actually quite very deep in the red, so that leads me more towards that we are kind of snapping back on the money flow in combination with the bullish divergence, which is bullish. So when we go down to the 12 hour, the 12 hour kind of looks pretty nice, I gotta say, because we are not really seeing the bullish divergence on the momentum waves, but we can see a bullish divergence on the 12 hour RSI, and we can see a bullish divergence on the money flow as we made a lower low, but the money flow is curving to the upside, and this is actually quite nice. So this looks like a bottoming out pattern. When we look at the price action, I like to come down to the 4 hour. Actually, 4 hours is quite nice, yeah. You can also see on Market Cipher that we are curving up on the money flow, and we are actually curving up into the green right now. You can see that we made a bottom right here, and we're actually fighting with that overhead resistance right here, this trend line. 1 time, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are coming back 6, 7, and now we are coming back for an 8th time. And the combination of the money flow curving up, 12-hour money flow curving up, we've been building a daily bullish divergence on Bitcoin, kind of leads me towards a more bullish sentiment. That's why my idea is that we can go into the lower time frames. That we fight it with this trend line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Broke out, retested it, had a bullish push up, came into this trend line resistance, and now we are consolidating right here. So when we zoom in on the lower time frames, we can see that Bitcoin is actually moving quite nicely in a methodic way in this range, so that we pushed up out of this resistance, pushed up, came down, retested this previously resistance, turned it into support, pushed up from here, came into the resistance again, consolidating, broke this trend line, turned into support, broke out through this trend line, and currently this is where I am having my eyes on right now, like for the next few minutes, because I'm looking forward to go long on in here because we broke this resistance. We see the momentum is coming up on the slower time frames. Yeah, we broke this resistance, and when we are seeing a nice retest, which I'm looking forward to here, that we will come back, hit this resistance or this trend line which was previously resistance, turn it into support, and then resume upwards from here. Of course, this is only along when we can hold this trend line as support. If we just break through it and come back into the range, then there's no trade and there's no edge to be had. I can really see Bitcoin coming back when it creates this support and resumes up, that we can push through and push through this resistance, because the 4-hour money flow is looking quite bullish. We saw the bullish divergence on the money flow on the 12-hour, and we had the bullish divergence on the daily, so it kind of points towards a bullish direction. Of course, we could be wrong, but we have our analysis skills to prevent us from taking too much risk in order to, I don't know, go long, because it looks bullish. We gotta take it in a methodic way, and this is my methodic right here, my method. What I also wanted to share with you is maybe we can talk about the targets, because if we break out of this trend line and we resume up bullishly, my target would be the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, which is created from this swing high right here down to this swing high at swing low, and the golden pocket, the 6.5, actually goes hand in hand with a very strong horizontal resistance plus a strong trendline resistance, which we can see right here. So we have actually some nice confluence for this resistance to be held. We could go like this, break out, retest, and then resume and go to this trend line. Then we have the overhead horizontal resistance, the Fibonacci retracement resistance plus the trend line, so triple confluence, which is quite nice. And yeah, but first of all, we gotta hold this as support, resume up, break out of here, and then pump through. And if that doesn't happen, we are just stuck in this range and we can look for another trade. To the bearish side, I have these Fib levels marked out, which are actually very nice support levels. They are going hand in hand with these support horizontal levels, which are quite nice to see. The 786 is also very nice. There's also a very nice confluence, because you have a horizontal support right here, plus the Fibonacci retracement level, plus the previous trend line, which we broke before, and we could actually go back. I can draw it. If we fail right here, we can actually go back and find some nice support on the trend line, maybe wick through to hit the Fibonacci retracement level, or that Fibonacci retracement level, and make another push up to the upside and try again to break this trend line, because we are in an overall bullish sentiment, like I said previously. So I'm actually more looking for longs right here. Yeah, also I would like to show you, I can do that later actually. I would like to show you the chart of Vechain, which has some very nice potential in my opinion, because we can see on the daily chart we have this very nice clear trend line, which is holding us back. Pump, wick, pump, wick, pump, wick, and we are just hugging and fighting with it right now. And as I said, when Bitcoin is able to push through that trendline resistance, it is very likely that Vechain is doing it as well. As we can see that Vechain is also printing that nice bullish divergence, and that we are at a very nice, we are retesting right now on Bitcoin, and that we are on a very nice strong support level right here. When we go down to the lower time frames, we can also see that 12-hour money flow curve up, on Vechain, also with a bullish divergence, as we made a lower low right here with a higher low on momentum. And we can see that we are fighting and fighting on that trend line. This white support resistance, horizontal resistance line is holding us back, and this trend line right here. So I am looking forward for the moment that Vechain is able to push through that resistance, maybe come back from that horizontal resistance, retest that trend line as support, and when we hold this support, resume up and pump very, very, very strongly. I mean, it doesn't have to be very strong in the first hours, but we are kind of changing the trend that we had since November. So we've been in this very nasty downtrend, dropped like 62%, and there's very, very much potential for the upside if we can turn this resistance into support and start a brand new uptrend, hand in hand with Bitcoin. So this only happens if Bitcoin resumes their bullishly. I mean, if Bitcoin dumps, the altcoins are just doing random stuff, or most likely are dumping with Bitcoin. So that is my plan. As we can see right now live, this would exactly at the trend line. If we hold this as support right now, I will be going long in a few minutes. If not, we have no trade, but it would turn out to be like this risk reward ratio. I mean, you could put it that way, take some profits at the trend line resistance again, just to make sure to not lose, then adjust your stop a bit to adjust your risk, and then to just wait for the breakout and take profits at the Fibonacci retracement level. Yeah, that's it. I think that was a very nice comprehensive analysis. I enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it as well, make sure to like the video, leave a subscribe. I would enjoy it if you think this is quality content. And yeah, make sure to be back for another video. Bye bye.